Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Friday, the 21st of August, 2020. 64 degrees, not a breath of wind. Pickup truck was just soaking wet with condensate, and you could not help but notice when you looked at the street lights. Yeah, people, it's dark when I get up and get stuff done. Notice the street lights, the little vapor clouds around them being illuminated by the street lights. Cads. Supposed to be, 95 today? This could really suck if this humidity don't burn up quickly and efficiently early in the morning. When I say early in the morning, that's probably late morning to most of you. Alright, so, you know this is coming, don't you? Best $60 I've ever spent. Got through part 1 and 2 yesterday. Stunning, amazing, horrific. I thought I was kind of an expert on the USS Liberty. Boy, I learned stuff. Brutal. I mean, I could write a 10-page list of words to describe the events. And that's only part 1 and 2. Part 3 and 4 tonight, or, because it's the best $60 I've ever spent, at my leisure on Sunday or Saturday, I can watch any part I want, pause them. Because last night was live stream. That's the only complaint I had. If you have to go or there's an issue, you can't pause it, and you rivet it to your seat. You don't want to get up and do anything else but watch it. So, Saturday and Sunday, wife says she wants to watch it. I know the wife. She's going to have some problems with certain parts of this presentation. Emotional type problems, you know what I mean? Brutal. Heroics. The one radio man. Unbelievable. I'm not going to be a spoiler, people. It'll come out probably low cost or free in September if we're still around. You can watch it then if you choose to. Now, this ain't a secret mission, but I got a mission today. I'm going to have to go over to the kids' bar, which makes it nice that I can watch the part 3 and part 4 at my leisure, because I might get tied up. Got to go over and straighten him out. Yeah. They call him Fat Jesus, but I'm thinking he's leaning toward Fat Lucifer. So I'm going to have to straighten him out on a couple of items. God, it's horrible up here on the wall. I mean, this body armor is killing me. So, you know, the conversation would come up. How was that documentary on the Liberty? And there's going to be your typical gaggle of low IQ, room temp type bottom feeders. Who gives a shit about that? Oh, why do you talk about all that weird shit? Who cares about 1967? I know it's coming. You know it's coming. But, tell you what, they're going to say words they may regret. Because when calamity befalls them, when they come running to my wall and say, Dave, you got to help us out, I'll go, who gives a shit about your problem? You know it all, SOB. You take care of it. You guys know, those that come around here, you know what I'm talking about. It ain't just one, people. It ain't just one. No names. Right. Tying in great with the Liberty. The title of this video, the director or directors. Man, this is staged. Everything's staged. Everything is staged, orchestrated, and well directed and scripted. So I get these, and I hate to reveal how the complexities of your ever-flexible, most fluid, humble messenger mind works. But I had this thought the other day, right? Well, you see this article about Chicago. They might have to call in the National Guard. Can't stop the rioting. Cannot stop the looting. And I'm thinking, you know, how come I was around in the 60s, people? Yeah. It was only 7 years after the USS Liberty. I was in the Navy. So I remember the college protests and the riots. I remember the long lines of police with their helmets and their batons, some shields. I remember National Guard troops being deployed. I remember Kent State. How come in 2020 we're looking like 1968? When I've been telling you guys to prepare, and if you think you're going to prepare by buying something over the counter that's going to counteract or contradict what they have in store for us, ain't the kind of preparedness I'm talking about. Food, shelter, water, things like that. You ain't going to buy no cool toys. They got them all. So anyway, I'm thinking, hey, I just told you a few videos back about, when we're talking about 5G and we're talking about the active denial systems, the microwave Humvee, with the microwave transmitting antenna on it. How come you never see this cool shit on the streets in Portland, Seattle? You know what? A couple of those Humvees with some of that active denial systems. The Chaz to Chop movement would have cleaned their asses out of Seattle so fast their heads would be spinning. They don't use it. They use 1968 technologies. So I got to thinking. I said, hey, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. Did you guys know what the 8 most painful non-lethal weapon systems are? Well, I don't either. I know a few of them. Number one, the non-lethal Claymore. Remember the Claymore mines from Vietnam, people? More details. United States Air Force Manual 113 at the theater. Got that theater? World's a stage. We're just actors. The theater internment facility at Camp Bucca, Iraq, February 10th, 2008. It's 12 years ago. Bet you they got cooler shit. Number 2 on the list, pulsed energy projectile. Go to globalsecurity.org for information on that one. Number 3, the pain ray. Hey. Number 4, plasma shield. Number 5, shotgun tasers. Number 6, 40mm sponge grenades. Number 7, rubber ball hand grenade. Number 8, high capacity oleoresin capsaicin OC dispenser. How cool is that, huh? That's non-lethal. You want to go to the lethal side of things. I'm telling you, people, have ears to hear and eyes to see what I've been trying to tell you in these videos, because if you think you're going to go it alone against these forces, these powers that operate behind the scenes, it ain't going to happen. Didn't then, won't now, and will not happen in the future. So, it's an orchestrated, scripted life, let me tell you. And stemming from the Liberty, it wasn't because of the two parts I saw last night, but you know, I rounded up the usual suspects, and here we go. Check this out. Let me get to the top of this. Prayer into Action, biologos.org. A Christian statement on science from pandemic times. These phony son of a bitches. You know how low they go? They're going to use misquoting biblical scripture to justify their asinine positions. I just got a few places highlighted. I'm going to leave a link to this site. I really suggest you check it out. Our call to action, love your neighbor. Wear a mask. A Christian statement on science for pandemic times. You know who these guys are? They're the evangelicals. Yeah. They're the global Zionists. Yeah, they're the Murrays. The Murray butt kissers, I should say. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. Okay, now I had this highlighted, but just, oh yeah, that part's good. I wanted to see this one part because it sure sounded like they were talking about me, but of course, that piece of highlighting fell off. Anyway, they're saying, listen to the experts, not one guy on YouTube, and I'm sure they didn't mean me. On the biggest point, scientific predictions have been proven right. Scientists said stay-at-home orders would reduce cases, and thankfully, those measures worked. Scientists predicted that ending quarantine too soon would increase cases, and that has been the case. You phony baloney bastards, I'm telling you, you're making me sick. You get down here. Therefore, because of our faith in Jesus Christ, we will wear masks in indoor public spaces, and follow other physical distancing rules. Come on, mouth. Wear masks in indoor public spaces and follow other physical distancing rules given by public health officials as per 1 Peter 2:13 through 17. You phony baloney son of a bitches. What else can I call them? And then, of course, don't forget Luke 6, verse 31. Jesus' command to love our neighbors as ourselves. So wear your mask, you stupid sheeple. Get vaccinated against COVID-19 when a safe and effective vaccine is available, and as directed by, of course, a physician. Remember you used to say, hey, you ever talk to your doctor and ask him bottom half or top half of the class? Where was your class standing in graduation? Oh, and as a side note, John Insane McCain, you know, the Arizona POS that, thank the Creator, has finally died and vacated my flat earth. Yeah, well, he's tied in with the Liberty somehow. We'll get to that some other day. But just to talk to you about class standing, John McCain, insane, war hero, quote-unquote, my ass, graduated in 1958 from the Naval Academy, 5th from the bottom, 894 out of 899. Comes a U.S. Senator. All right. back to this article, which I will leave a link to. Vaccination is a provision from God that will prevent disease, not only for ourselves, but for the most vulnerable among us. Matthew 25, verse 31 through 36. You make me sick. These are the Koopy type people. You know who the Koopy people are? Yeah, that fat bastard John Hagee. I mean, I apologize for the swearing today, but I'm telling you, you get... I know how the Liberty ties in from 1967 to the current mess we're predicting, and you get frustrated, you get furious, you got to vent your anger. Koopy, Citizens United for Israel, fat bastard John Hagee, multiplex, multi-membered, $1 million operation church of his. These are the Christian Zios. These are the ones that make it possible. So, that's my little rant for today. Yeah, I mean, I knew about acoustic paint field, ultrasonic paint generators. Told you about the microwave active denial systems. They got cool stuff out there. So the question, why don't they deploy it on the streets in American cities? Because that's not what they want. They don't want to control this crowd. They're going to control us, but they're not going to control this crowd. That crowd is fulfilling their role in this movie called Life. Directed, scripted, well orchestrated. Oh, I'm not even going to tell you what time it is. Oh, yeah, well, it's 5:37. I am way behind. Got a lot of stuff to do. I got to get it done early because I think it's going to be a sweltering, miserable, brutal day. Come on, Paul. Not winter. Come on, Paul. All right, people, I got stuff to do. You try to enjoy the weather. Until next video. Hey, you know, by the way, it's not too late. If you got $60, I'm telling you, it's the best $60 ever spent. You can still join up. You can watch all 4 parts Saturday and Sunday. You can catch part 3 and 4 tonight. I wouldn't watch it out of sequence. True news, you guys did a brilliant job of starting from the beginning and left me hanging at the end of part 2. Dirty dogs. Now I've got to see part 3. All right, people, stuff to do. You guys try to enjoy this weather.